The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
Hello and welcome. This is TV1 News. In this edition, plans underway for PNG Power privatization, over 200 ex-telecom staff demand full entitlements, and Cooper buy set for PNG colors. The late Morobe Governor Luther Akisawa Wenge was formally returned to his family and people in Baindoang, where he will be laid to rest among his ancestors.
The people of Morobe province will tomorrow bid farewell for the last time to the late governor after a fitting funeral service was hosted yesterday to honor and celebrate the life of Morobe's firebrand leader and political representative, the late Luther Akisawa Wenge. Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso, acting as the nation's chief mourner, officially handed over the casket to late Wenge's tribesmen today. The handover was witnessed by family members, political colleagues, and citizens from across Morobe province. Luther Wenge was widely known for his deep commitment to both faith and justice. He was raised in a missionary family. His father helped spread the Lutheran faith throughout Morobe, a background that greatly influenced his strong character and leadership. In a final tribute, Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso thanked the people of Nabak and Nawai for sharing Wenge's leadership with the rest of Papua New Guinea. He described the late governor as the giant of Morobe politics, whose legacy will continue to inspire the nation. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
Minister for Energy Peter Isoaimo today challenged the petroleum and energy agencies, as well as other stakeholders in Papua New Guinea, to prepare the country to adapt to the rapidly advancing technology in the energy sector, aiming to make it a powerful energy hub in the region. Isoaimo issued this challenge at Day 2 of the Petroleum and Energy Conference in Port Moresby.
Minister for Energy Peter Isoaimo has called on petroleum and energy agencies, along with other stakeholders in Papua New Guinea, to proactively prepare for the rapidly advancing technology in the energy sector. Speaking on the second day of the Petroleum and Energy Conference, Isoaimo emphasized the importance of adapting to technological changes to position Papua New Guinea as a powerful energy hub in the region.
If we must leave a petroleum and energy hall of fame, let it hang our portraits proudly, not for wealth we enjoyed, but for the foundation we built strong and steady like rocks, not sand. Let the oil and gas proceeds form what we extract today to finance the bridge we build for our children to a greener, wiser, stronger Papua New Guinea in the next 50 years.
Isoaimo highlighted the potential for Papua New Guinea to lead in sustainable energy solutions urging stakeholders to collaborate in driving initiatives that would bolster the country's capabilities.
The uncomfortable truths. Will our land still belong to our people in the next 50 years? Will our children inherit opportunity or dependency? Will they sell their birthrights out of desperation because we left them unprepared? The theme of this conference compels us to ask these hard questions.
The minister reminds all stakeholders in the energy sector to remain vigilant and adaptive, ensuring that Papua New Guinea can compete effectively in the evolving energy market. Key points discussed today focus on strategy for innovation, investment, and sustainability within the industry. The two-day conference ended today. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Minister for State-Owned Enterprises William Duma has confirmed today that Kumul Consolidated Holdings, in consultation with PNG Power Limited and the National Energy Authority, has approved the development of a roadmap for PNG Power's partial privatization. Duma announced this during the Petroleum and Energy Authority conference in Port Moresby.
Minister for State-Owned Enterprises William Duma confirmed at the Petroleum and Energy Authority conference in Port Moresby today. This marks a significant step in the government's efforts to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of energy services in Papua New Guinea.
This includes a stabilization strategy for PNG Power, a solvency test of PNG Power, legal reviews, the necessary legal reviews, valuation, and forecast a financial model, and possibly a credit scheme of arrangement that may advance to an information memorandum and a go-to-market strategy.
The roadmap is expected to outline strategies for transitioning to a partially privatized model aimed at improving operational performance, attracting investment, and ultimately providing more reliable power supply to consumers. Duma emphasized the need for a robust consultation process to ensure that stakeholders' interests and the long-term goals of the energy sector are taken into account as they move forward with this initiative.
The key defining sector is knowing that with that transition, the people of our country will have ongoing and cost-effective access to essential services.
Kumul Consolidated Holdings has commenced preliminary work on some of the steps detailed in the privatization roadmap and has engaged professional advisors to assist with stabilization and privatization aspects.
This is the right time to begin this transition from PNG Power, being a state-owned enterprise, to emerge as a viable private sector commercial business. From an historical perspective, there is a role for government to be active in businesses to ensure the delivery of essential goods and services to our people. And as has been the experience in our partner countries or neighboring countries around the world, there is a point for these businesses where, and they must be best transitioned to private ownership.
In December 2024, the government, through the National Executive Council, agreed to partially privatize PNG Power Limited. This is so that services can be better upgraded through better administration and the introduction of new technologies and efficiencies. The state, on behalf of the people of Papua New Guinea, will continue to be the majority stakeholder in PNG Power. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Two of Papua New Guinea's top resource leaders shared one stage in a fireside conversation at a site of the 2025 Petroleum and Energy Conference Gala dinner at the Stanley Hotel in Port Moresby, united under the theme of driving the Reset PNG vision within the resource sector. Acting Managing Director of Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited, Dr. Luke Liria, and Managing Director of Kumul Minerals Holdings Limited, Sarimukanu, said integrity and systems-based leadership are essential for sustainable development.
Both leaders in the petroleum and energy industry highlighted the importance of aligning projects and infrastructure investments to ensure every kina spent delivers a measurable impact to the economy and communities. After a long first day of business talks and presentation of project updates on the 2025 Petroleum and Energy Conference, Dr. Lydia of Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited and Mr. Kanu from Kumul Minerals Holdings Limited sparked off the event's gala dinner night with a conversation on areas in the sector that needs to be enhanced for its growth. KPHL and KMHL, both state-owned enterprises in the country, focused on the petroleum and mineral sectors respectively, working under the theme Reset PNG with the agenda to drive resource-led economic growth and national prosperity for Papua New Guinea. The leaders highlighted their lack of cooperation within the organization, which had resulted in a lack of mutual understanding, trust and strategic alignment.
It's the same people that's owning the assets that we are running. You have to decide quickly and start decide who to work with and work around with the people, because at the end of the day, the same group of people own this asset, that, and the other state functions that we work. So it is important when you are in this sort of role. I think it's the network and the relationship that really makes everything work. You don't want to isolate yourself and try to be a John Rambo.
Despite the setbacks, both organizations still work in alignment in addressing key issues affecting the youth's involvement in the resource sector. Going forward, both have agreed that capacity building and education are key to achieving real progress rather than promoting people just to meet quotas.
And you know, we have policies after policies after policies, and we keep talking about it, and you know, all policies in the realm of documents and dialogue only. What I would like to see is policies transferred, turned into projects, infrastructure comes up in a shared infrastructure with communities, and you know, success is shared throughout.
In leading the two major state-owned enterprise organizations in the country, leadership and governance remain concerned to uplift the level of the sector for a significant boost in the economy. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
K92 Mining Limited has again reported a strong third quarter performance with more than 44,000 ounces of gold equivalent recorded in this quarter, positioning the company to meet its 2025 annual production guidance. The company has also reported the completion of its Stage 3 process plant, with the commissioning of this plant scheduled for later this month. This now places K92 Mining to have its first gold pour and concentrate production in the first half of quarter 4.
K92 Mining Limited, the operator of the Kainantu Gold Mine in Eastern Islands Province, has reported 44,323 ounces gold equivalent produced in quarter 3 of 2025. The company remains well positioned to meet its 2025 annual production guidance of 160,000 to 185,000 ounce gold equivalent, having already produced more than 80% of the lower end of guidance in the first 3 quarters. During the quarter, K92 also built a substantial stockpile of 28,702 tons as at September 30th, in line with the Stage 3 expansion commissioning requirements, which will also support the upcoming ramp-up of the new process plant. K92 achieved record material mined of 353,770 tons and near record ore mined of 152,485 tons, driven by the execution of key underground projects and productivity improvements. A total of 137,172 tons were processed during the quarter, with a head grade of 11.2 grams per ton gold equivalent. Metallurgical recoveries continue to perform strongly, achieving 95% for gold and 94.6% for copper, both above design levels. This marks the 6th consecutive quarter that recoveries have exceeded the parameters set in the updated definitive feasibility study, further demonstrating the consistency and strength of Kainantu operation. Construction of the new 1.2 million tons per annum Stage 3 process plant is now complete and delivered, with commissioning well advanced, enabling the first gold pour and first concentrate production to be done in the first half of Q4 2025. Additionally, during the quarter, K92 substantially progressed several key underground projects which are designed to increase productivity and operational efficiency, de-risking the delivery of the Stage 3 expansion and positioning the underground mine for Stage 4. Ruth Rungula, TV1 News.
You're watching TV1 News. Coconut processing plant in Medang and free vision screening for schools. We'll have those stories and more when we return. Stay tuned.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
From the rich soils of the highlands, the finest coffee has been grown by generations of Papua New Guineans. Expertly blended and roasted with over 80 years of experience, making the finest cup of Nescafe New Guinea blend. PNG's own coffee.
Introducing the 8th generation unbreakable recreational Hilux double cab look, featuring new look trapezoid grille, front and rear LED and fog lights, backup assist monitor, keyless entry start-stop button, a 2.8-liter 6-speed automatic, improved fuel efficiency injection diesel, luxury interior, touchscreen sound system, tough yet comfortable, perfect for town and country fleet vehicles. The 8th generation tough and recreational Hilux, available now at Ella Motors, unbreakable Hilux.
PNG's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in PNG. Proudly Goldspot.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. The One-Took jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
Show the dishes who's boss. Fight mess with Axion, the tough grease stripper. 100% effective at doing the dirty work. The triple active power breaks down tough grease, and its antibacterial formula leaves dishes squeaky clean. Get tough on grease. Get Axion.
Welcome back. Octady Mining Limited successfully signed the 4th Community Mine Continuation Agreement, or CMCA, with the impacted communities of Western Province yesterday in Port Moresby. The agreement contains new and improved terms, delivering the largest increase in benefits in the agreement's history, with up to an 80% increase across the board. Some regions will now see more than 100% increases on their current CMCA compensation package. The fourth CMCA introduces 3 new components: youth development programs to empower future generations, short-term investment opportunities to promote economic sustainability, and impact projects, an agreement to address the social development gaps. Department of International Trade and Investment, Medang Provincial Government and Jaindi Exports Property Limited have established an agreement to facilitate a new processing plant in Medang under a joint venture arrangement. This agreement was reached during a 2-day visit by the Ministry for International Trade and Investment delegation to Sri Lanka. They visited the world-class processing facilities of Jaindi Exports, a large-scale coconut-based food and beverages manufacturer and exporter.
A customary event was hosted by Jaindi Exports yesterday in Sri Lanka, which included a Sri Lankan cultural performance, lighting of an oil lamp, and planting of 2 coconut trees in their Navik mills to seal the new relationship. The partnership will involve the establishment of a major coconut processing plant on 20 hectares of land owned by the Medang provincial government at Sihar along the North Coast Road on the outskirts of Medang. The plant will produce high-end coconut products. It was agreed that the state will own 51% shares and Jaindi will own 49% in this project. According to Minister responsible Richard Maru, this project will transform the entire coconut industry in PNG, laboring to make copra and selling to copra mills to produce crude coconut oil will be a thing of the past. He said the expected cost for the proposed project is 100 million kina. The state will put down 50 million kina equity contribution from our state equity funding from the 2025 PIP budget. Managing Director for Coconut Industry Corporation Alan Aku said Medang has 3 million coconuts and can produce up to 206 million nuts a year. That is the primary reason why they will be setting up the proposed processing plant in Medang. Medang Governor Ramsey Parawa looks forward to seeing this project get off the ground in his province. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
Hundreds of students in the National Capital District will now have clearer vision and brighter futures. The Lila Foundation, in partnership with the Pacific International Hospital, has launched a free vision screening program to mark World Sight Day 2025. The initiative was launched today at Gordon Secondary School by the Minister for Health and HIV and AIDS, Elias Kapavore. It was a day of vision and hope at Gordon Secondary School as students gathered to witness the launch of the free vision screening program, an initiative designed to detect and treat preventable eye problems in children, starting first with Gordon Secondary School. Minister for Health and HIV and AIDS, Elias Kapavore, praised the program, saying it was an important step in supporting the children's education and overall well-being. The program is a joint initiative between the Lila Foundation and Pacific International Hospital. Under the Eye Care Plus initiative, students in public schools across Port Moresby will receive free eye checks and prescription glasses in the coming months. Gordon Secondary School principal reminded students of the value of vision. PIH CEO Sandip Saligram and consultant ophthalmologist Dr. Mohammed Imran said the program would have a lasting impact, helping improve classroom performance and prevent avoidable blindness among young people. This initiative builds on the Lila Foundation's 3-decade legacy of restoring sight and dignity across Papua New Guinea. Founded in 1994 by Dr. Nitin Verma and the late Mohammed Sultan, the foundation was inspired by compassion and by the memory of Sultan's sister Laila, who lost her battle with brain cancer. Since then, the foundation, in partnership with PIH, has restored sight to thousands through outreach missions in Manus, Hela, Kimbe, and Ley, providing cataract surgeries, prosthetics, and health training to underserved communities. Today, the foundation continues its mission to bring hope where it's needed most, from the remote highlands to the classrooms of Port Moresby. Health and HIV and AIDS Minister Elias Kapavore says the free vision screening program is a major step toward improving children's education through better eye health. Minister Kapavore said good eyesight is essential for learning and personal development, and early detection of vision problems can make a lifelong difference for students.
We need to have our statistics in the country. We need to have our national statistics on the students who have eye problems. We don't have that at the moment. So we have this opportunity to actually start collecting this data now. It's not only happening at the Goron Secondary School, it has to go right across the country. So we established the baseline data for the students who are having eye problems. Eye problems here. There are a lot of students who have eye problems, but because of this kind of no opportunity like this, they don't do well in school. They don't do well in school, and we play them unnecessarily. But the real cause is because the eyesight that needs to be tested properly.
The Department of Finance is rolling out a new reform initiative to strengthen financial management and accountability across provincial governments. In Simbu Province, national finance officers have begun consultations with local finance teams on the introduction of the new champion model, which will replace the existing provincial PICCAP advisor program. Department of Finance officials led by Sam Erapan and Wesley Kilala are in Simbu Province meeting with Provincial Finance Manager Peter Bau, District Finance staff and principal advisors. The visit is part of a sub-national awareness consultation program to evaluate ongoing capacity building efforts and prepare for the transition to the new model. The champion model focuses on empowering provincial officers as mentors and coaches to sustain good financial practices and improve governance across all districts. It aims to build on the strengths of the previous PICCAP initiative while promoting local ownership and accountability.
Our reason for visiting Chimbu and some other provinces is basically to get support from the provincial government, from the administration, so that we have introduced what we call a champion model. And that champion model, the concept is new, but the practice has been done in the past.
I would like the support from the Simbu Provincial Administration and Simbu Provincial Government to at least support them in the budget, or we capture them in our programs so that sustainability will remain. Even after PICAs phase out, the champion model will stay on so that there's continuity in the finance implementation.
Provincial officers, including Deputy Administrator Kale Sumai, Chris Mondo, and Ben Cyril, have expressed strong support for the department's efforts. The Department of Finance says this reform is a vital step in improving service delivery and ensuring that public funds are managed responsibly at the subnational level. The new champion model is expected to roll out in other provinces after consultations are completed nationwide. And now let's take a look at the finance news. The Kina closed lower at 0.238 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our Kina was buying 0.2309 US dollars, 0.3477 Australian dollars, 0.1904 euro and 34.92 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee and copper closed higher, cocoa, copra and palm oil closed lower, and crude oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSP's One Talk Wallet. BSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Magic Golden Ticket Promotion e-come back. Now by Pinis long 30th November 2025. Piny Magic Golden Ticket long you, long winning share long 500,000 kina inside long packet magic chicken or beef noodles. All prizes start 50,000 kina, 20,000 kina, 1,000 kina, na 500 kina. Open packet long magic noodles na Piny Golden Ticket long come up winner. No can wait. Buy magic noodles now.
Roommate messing with your game. Time to sweep him out of the room. Oh, maybe not.
Bing bang bing, ding ding bang, bum bum.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
100% proudly PNG owned, Seedler Bay Hotel proudly joins the nation in celebrating our Golden Jubilee 50th independence. Thank you for being a valued part of our community. Let's continue the journey for another 50 years together. Proudly PNG.
Eternal rivals face off against one another like Bellingham, here's Rodrigo and it's 4-1 Real Madrid.
It's not football, it's La Liga.
That should be me there, Xander.
What's that? You want to be a choreographer?
No, I should be the partner of my love. Then you pull it out. Got it? Now you try it.
Agnes!
Hey!
Yes.
You lose. Like her?
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. In the Eastern Highlands province, the community of Nagamizuha is celebrating a new beginning after years of hardship. BSP Financial Group Limited has restored clean water to the village, bringing hope, faith, health and dignity back to its people. Home to nearly 2,000 residents, Nagamizuha was devastated by the events of 2022, which destroyed homes and cut off access to clean water. For more than 3 years, villagers relied on unsafe streams and containers to survive. Through BSP's Community Project Initiative, the Goroka branch partnered with locals to restore this essential service. BSP Group CEO Mark Robinson said the project restores dignity and improves livelihoods, while Chairman Robert Bradshaw noted it's part of BSP's 50 for 50 Give Him Back campaign, funding 50 community projects nationwide to mark PNG's 50th independence anniversary. Over 200 long-serving employees of Telecom PNG were retired and retrenched as part of the company's restructure exercise since the merger of Telecom PNG and B-Mobile PNG. The affected former staff have demanded an explanation of how entitlements were processed because they believe they have been unfairly compensated. According to company CEO Amos Tepi, the retrenchment program was approved under NEC Decision 38 of 2019.
Over 200 employees of Telecom PNG who recently signed retirement and retrenchment letters are now demanding that management firstly explain the removal of long-serving staff, most of whom are still below the retirement age of 65.
And which was announced by CEO on the 12th of September. That's when we had a tunnel meeting on a pre-independence celebrations. So we're expecting that on that, you mentioned that there will be only 100 or less number of people at the age of 55 and above. But if you're willing to, whoever willing to go, you can. It's an opportunity for you guys to go, so you can leave. You can make your own mind and go.
Former employee Mary Wack said she and her colleagues were handed retirement and retrenchment letters to sign on September 26, 2025. She claims there was no consultation with management, no dialogue with human resource, and no prior notice.
No consultation with us. There was no one-on-one discussion. There was no HR consultation with us, telling us that we were going and we have to be prepared for it.
Wack said many long-serving employees with 30 to 45 years of service were paid between $2,000 and $50,000 in leave entitlements.
Paid us rec leave and fallow leave only. Some got 40,000, some got 2,000, some got 5,000, some got 3,000, and that was a nightmare for many of us.
After signing their letters, the aggrieved former staff submitted a petition to Telecom PNG management, giving it 48 hours to explain the process used in paying the entitlements. The petition expired on Wednesday, October 8, 2025, with no response from the Telecom management. Hence, they have come to the media to amplify their need for answers. Telecom CEO Amos Tepi responded to TVWAN News' request for an interview by sending a media release outlining what is major infrastructure exercise of Telecom PNG and B-Mobile PNG. It states that the recent restructure resulting in the retirement and retrenchment of staff is part of the second phase of this transition process. Tepi stated that the retrenchment exercise was approved under NEC Decision number 38 of 2019. The statement also claims that each staff had a one-on-one meeting with human resource prior and that management conducted town hall meetings with staff over the past 3 years about the restructure program, the most recent being September 12, 2025. The second phase of that exercise was implemented 14 days later. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
In regional news, international mediators say Israel and Hamas have signed off on the first phase of the U.S. proposed Gaza peace deal that would see a pause in fighting and the release of at least some hostages and prisoners. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said on social media, "With God's help, we will bring them all home." Hamas said it had agreed to a deal that would lead to the end of the war in Gaza, the withdrawal of Israeli troops, and the entry of aid into Gaza.
Manufacturers like this are becoming a dying breed. The sector says high gas prices are to blame.
4 to 5 years ago, we were paying about $5 to $6 a gigajoule for gas. We're now paying around 15.
Australia's soaring gas prices have been blamed for a growing list of manufacturers closing. As the government reviews the gas market, the boss of one of Australia's biggest manufacturers has joined calls for an East Coast gas reservation policy to ensure an affordable and reliable supply.
Manufacturers like this are becoming a dying breed. The sector says high gas prices are to blame.
4 to 5 years ago, we were paying about $5 to $6 a gigajoule for gas. We're now paying around 15.
A growing list of manufacturers have already shut down.
Australian manufacturing is at a dangerous crossroad.
Now the boss of BlueScope Steel warns Australia risks repeating the United Kingdom's industrial decline if the federal government fails to fix the broken gas market.
How did we become one of the world's largest exporters of LNG? Providing the energy that our trading partners need, while effectively starving domestic industry of a key input.
Calls for a fair gas price come after another energy-intensive manufacturer was given another bailout, this time $600 million from the federal and Queensland governments.
Securing this asset is an important part of securing a future made in Australia.
The Queensland smelters owner Glencore partly blaming high energy prices for its financial woes. The manufacturing sector is calling for a gas reservation policy to lock in affordable and reliable supply on the East Coast. They also want a mechanism to ensure prices are kept below $10 a gigajoule.
If Australia reserved just 1/3 of its current East Coast gas production, it would be sufficient to meet expected residential and commercial demand, industrial decarbonisation needs, and gas peaking generation to help firm renewables.
Without it, the sector warns there will be no future made in Australia.
Taxpayers will fund a $600 million rescue package for Swiss mining giant Glencore to keep copper processing in regional Queensland until 2028. The federal and state government bailout will secure at least 600 smelter and refinery jobs over the next 3 years, but some have labelled the move as a band-aid fix.
A struggling copper smelter thrown a financial lifeline.
This is an investment in the future industrial capability of the Northwest Province.
Mining giant Glencore will receive a $600 million taxpayer-funded bailout to keep the Mount Isa facility and Townsville refinery afloat for another 3 years.
We recognise that there's still tough times ahead of us.
The announcement made alongside some of the 600 workers whose jobs have been saved. The package, split 50-50 between the federal and state governments, is contingent on reviews and a business viability study.
I made a commitment to the Mount Isa community that I wouldn't see it wither, that I wouldn't see this community die.
It would have been devastating for our economy. I guess for our population, we would have dropped dramatically.
Some locals say the reprieve will be short-lived.
It does feel a little bit like a band-aid fix.
I guess a good analogy for today is that it's a half-time in the grand final. They've got to half-time, they're in the game, but there's a lot to go before we can start popping champagne corks.
The Mount Isa facility provides half of Australia's copper smelting capacity and is a vital link for other regional businesses.
What it means for us in North Queensland is we are seeing the 17,000 jobs in our region sustained.
Glencore is the latest multinational corporation to receive a taxpayer-funded lifeline. But the federal and state government have defended the bailout, declaring it's in the national interest due to soaring power prices and global competition. Whyalla Steelworks in South Australia received a $2.4 billion rescue package earlier this year.
There's a good opportunity in Australia right now to say, what do we own these assets for, what do we want to do with them, and do we want to just keep saving them every few years, or do we want to reform them so they're there in the future?
Australia's largest energy transmission project, designed to facilitate more renewable power from 3 states, has hit delays and cost blowouts that could have flow-on effects for consumers. The 900-kilometre line, stretching across South Australia, New South Wales and Victoria, was built as a key part of the nation's sustainable energy future.
In Australia's charged energy debate, ambitious plans for transmission projects loom large, none bigger than Project Energy Connect, a 900-kilometre high-voltage line connecting South Australia to New South Wales.
We've been able to deliver some previous projects, which has probably put us in a good spot.
The project was originally supposed to cost $1.5 billion and be finished by about 2023, paving the way for more renewable energy and enabling more electricity to be traded between New South Wales and South Australia.
Well, there's that famous saying, there's no transition without transmission. You've got to be able to deliver the energy to where it's being consumed.
But even though South Australia's section was done on time and on budget, over the border it's a different story. In New South Wales, the project is now not expected to be finished until later next year, while its share of the costs has doubled amid supply disruptions, labour shortages and construction woes.
It's an extension cord to nowhere right now.
The South Australian government says it's having to negotiate an extension to a gas-fired power plant to deal with the delays.
It's really concerning me a great deal. The thing about these transitions is everyone always closes on time, but the new infrastructure is never ready on time.
New South Wales firm Transgrid maintains Project Energy Connect is critical to the nation and will be complete next year. But others worry it's become a poor advertisement for transmission projects. More pointedly, they fear it'll cost consumers dearly because network costs are recovered in full through people's bills.
It's a big problem. It's a very, very big problem.
South Australian transmission company Electranet acknowledges there are difficulties.
We will all be competing for the same resource, same equipment. So yes, it's going to be a bit of a challenge.
Connecting the dots in a troubled transition.
A gunman is on the run in Sydney after a fatal shooting in the city's northwest. Officers are investigating possible links to a gangland crime.
Well, the hunt continues today for the gunman responsible for that brazen daylight shooting of former UFC fighter Suman Mokhtarian yesterday in Sydney's northwest. Police confirming not only was the attack targeted, but not the first attempt on Mr Mokhtarian's life. Suman Mokhtarian was found with bullet wounds to his torso on a quiet intersection in Riverstone at about 6 p.m. last night, with at least a dozen bullets fired at the 33-year-old. Some of those bullets striking nearby cars and residential fences. One young mother who was the first to notify police says the shooting has rocked her faith in the quiet neighbourhood her young family live in.
I was out the front with my little kids, 1 and 3, and we heard the gunshots, and then the person drove past our house. I called the police straight away, run over and checked to see if he was alive. He clearly wasn't. Yeah. Well, I want to move. I want to go bush. It was scary. Yeah.
Police say this isn't the first attempt on Mr Mokhtarian's life, with a previous foiled attempt in February of last year where he was confronted by a gunman outside a gym in Wentworthville in Sydney's western suburbs.
My heart goes out to the family of this victim, and certainly any of the people that witnessed it. It would have been a horrific thing to witness, and it's certainly not something we tolerate in the community. And certainly New South Wales Police are putting a lot of effort into trying to target these sorts of offences.
Investigators will now be turning to 2 vehicles found burnt out near the scene shortly after the shooting. A white van and a red Audi, police say, are linked to the fatal attack. Witnesses say that red Audi was seen speeding away from the scene shortly after the shooting, with at least one occupant in that vehicle. Witnesses telling police that white van was seen casing the area shortly before the fatal shooting. While police have confirmed they believe the fatal attack on Mr Mokhtarian was a targeted shooting, they've stopped short of making any link to organised crime or a gangland hit.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports, Cooper Bai makes debut in PM's 13 team.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Long year 2024, 7 pa baby i-born one time HIV. HIV ikan go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama ikat HIV, long time long karing baby, na time baby isusu. Tasol yumi can help him bel mama long lookout him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bel mama clinic na kisim antenatal check. Time yumi panim sick HIV area o time bel mama i positive penis, early treatment ikan save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV igo long baby. This lutok sawa ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot in talk, young or old, a scale race, family meal we're told. We'll bring out the smiles cause it's our favorite but mine. Sandy see cola, scare rise, don't scare price. Sandy see cola, scare rise, don't scare price. Amber, you like it?
Start your day by doing the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate. Wake up. Brush your teeth. And smile. Smile throughout your day with Colgate.
Meet YumiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, YumiPay makes every payment simple. YumiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
To start a World Cup. This is unbelievable. They have etched their names in history.
Plenty of hopes around the corner into the straight of the Lexus Melbourne Cup. It's astonishing! That's what he's there for!
Welcome back. Former Papua New Guinea international and Melbourne Storm legend Marcus Bai was present at the Santos National Football Stadium today, excited to watch his son Cooper Bai train with the PNG Prime Minister's 13 for the first time. This moment held special significance as Cooper was born in 2006, the same year Marcus concluded his illustrious NRL career.
In a statement reflecting his pride, Marcus expressed confidence in Cooper's abilities as the young athlete embarks on his journey with the national team at just 18 years old.
We're very proud. His mom, obviously our family and our family in Papua New Guinea, here in PNG and Ulamona especially, the whole village obviously right behind, but Papua New Guinea as well. So. And his mother's or my wife's family back on the Gold Coast and Newcastle, the whole family from Newcastle. Yeah, we're extremely proud of his achievement so far, but to be able to wear the Kumul jersey for the first time.
Marcus said, emphasizing the joy over Cooper's hard work finally paying off. He reflected on Cooper's rapid progress this year, playing for the Queensland Maroons under-19 and making his NRL debut with the Titans. He remarked that Cooper's journey adds a remarkable chapter to the Bai Rugby League legacy. He also shared insights into his other two sons, Logan and Aston, who are also pursuing rugby league dreams.
I think it goes back to the bringing up and the junior football they played, and I'm always, their mother and I, we're always big on respect and who we are as people, and coming from the village, that respect and discipline is always there. And bringing that to their coaching at the juniors, and now Cooper has achieved that, and Aston and Logan are not far away from it.
He noted that Cooper's achievements have set a benchmark for his younger siblings, hoping they will follow in his footsteps.
And now Cooper has achieved that, and Aston and Logan are not far away from it. His bigger brother is getting there. He'll be there. Logan coming up as well. So he's now showed their way, and hopefully the other two will follow up in the next couple of years. So yeah. So it's up to them now, and I always say to them, it's up to you. I said I can say as much as I can, but it's up to you. If you really want it, you train hard for it, and when you train hard for it, you're going to play well, and when you play well, you get selected. If you're lazy, you might as well go and do something else.
He also mentioned that Cooper's physical stature lends itself to a forward position, while Logan and Aston play in the backs, marking the family's diverse talent in rugby league. As the Bai legacy continues, the anticipation builds for Cooper's debut, symbolizing a proud moment not only for the Bai family, but also for the Papua New Guinea rugby league enthusiasts. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The preparations for the PNG Prime Minister's 13 senior and junior male teams are in full swing as they gear up for Sunday's clash against the Australians. Both teams have been engaged in joint training sessions, working hard to bridge the gap created by challenging climatic conditions in Port Moresby. While some Australian-based players have found the heat demanding, the squad is embracing the process of acclimatization.
During today's training session, senior men's coach Jason Demetrio and junior coach Joe Grimmer expressed satisfaction and optimism about both teams' readiness to perform well against their rivals. Coach Demetrio shared his approval of the team's selection, emphasizing the decisions made on both merits and loyalty. Notably, the inclusion of veteran 5'8" Carl Leibert, originally intended to play his final game for the national team, did not transpire as planned. Despite this setback, Demetrio has confidence in the young talents Garo Voro and Fini Glare to step up in the pivotal halves position. Additionally, Hunter's fullback Sonny Wabo has been recalled, adding another dynamic to PNG's attacking options.
Yeah, as I said, the first priority is obviously in the PM's 13, but we want to go back to back in the Pac Champs. I think it'll be a tougher season this year. Cook Islands have got some important games coming up. They've still got to qualify for the World Cup, and you see by the side they've named, it's a very strong side. So I think it's going to be a tough fought Pac Champs, but we've got some standards that we want to set, and for us it's about improving on from where we were last year, building our ranking again so that we can put ourselves in a good position for the World Cup.
On the positive side, he highlighted Sonny Wabo's inclusion, stating it was very difficult not to pick him initially, but very excited to have him back in the side. Looking ahead to the Pacific Championships, Demetrio expressed anticipation about the number of emerging talents on the PM's 13 who are ready to prove their capabilities. He reflected on the competitive nature of the upcoming season, recognizing the challenges posed by teams like the Cook Islands, which are striving to qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah, as I said, the first priority is obviously in the PM's 13, but we want to go back to back in the Pac Champs. I think it'll be a tougher season this year. Cook Islands have got some important games coming up. They've still got to qualify for the World Cup, and you see by the side they've named, it's a very strong side. So I think it's going to be a tough fought Pac Champs, but we've got some standards that we want to set, and for us it's about improving on from where we were last year, building our ranking again so that we can put ourselves in a good position for the World Cup.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And finally, women's club football has taken a step into an even brighter future with the first match of the inaugural edition of the FIFA Women's Champions Cup between China PR's Wuhan Jiangda WFC and New Zealand's Auckland United FC.
The Champion Women's Club match was intense, between Wuhan Jianda, the Asia Football Confederation Women's Champions League title holders, and Auckland United FC, the winners of this year's OFC Women's Champions League, with over 32,000 local fans turning up to support the players at the stadium. The match set a new attendance record for women's club football in China. The winner takes all tie, which saw the host win 1-0 at the Wuhan Sports Center Stadium in China, marked the kick-off of a trailblazing tournament.
We are so excited and we are so proud and grateful, and just the excitement around this is unreal. The very first FIFA International Club competition in the women's side, as you say. It's crazy that we're here, and yeah, we're just so grateful to be here. It's a dream come true, honestly. I narrowly missed out on age group tournaments as a younger player, so I'm really, really excited and just proud to be part of this.
Approved by the FIFA Council in March this year, the competition sees the reigning 6 continental champions face off to etch their name into the game's history as the first to capture the prestigious title in what is a new era for international women's club football. Susan Oriape, TVWAN Sports.
And that's all we have for sports. Now for the weather forecast. Southern region, Port Moresby partly cloudy. Daru partly cloudy to cloudy skies with chances of rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Umase, Ley partly cloudy with possible few showers. Wewak, cloudy periods with chances of rain and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau partly cloudy to cloudy skies with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kavieng, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms. And Highlands region, Goroka Barnes and Kundiawa, cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral seas slight to moderate to rough with southeast to easterly winds of 15 to 20 knots, reaching 33 knots. Solomon Sea slight to moderate with southeast to easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Sea slight to moderate with southeasterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. And Pacific Ocean slight to moderate with southeast to easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. And coastal waters. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Island, to Kerema to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samarai Island. And waters of New Island and Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 3 meters along warning areas. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and Old Millen Bay Islands, seas 1 to 2 meters, rising to 3 meters along warning areas. Waters of Medang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG and Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 3 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
Boy, semakin bapak si Arya.
Anti, bangka goksim. David Loran. You think you passed it? Sports. It's in me.
Digicel Business. We help grow your business with secure, reliable and cost-effective ICT solutions. We will manage your technology so you can power your vision for your business with the best solutions to offer. Accelerate your business growth with Digicel Business Cloud Solutions with cloud platform services, disaster recovery as a service and backup as a service. Talk to our cloud solutions experts today. Digicel Business. Better solutions for better business.
Join Digicel
Digicel and enjoy the network that rewards you with a whole lot more. Activate a new Digicel prepaid SIM and get 2 gigs data plus 20 minutes free Digicel to Digicel talk for 3 months. Get your first month's reward instantly with no spend required. Spend 30 kina or more for your rewards in months 2 and 3.